The sequel is here. Housing crash 2 accelerates as home sales drop to the lowest level since 2009, Michael Snyder reports. If you're trying to sell your home right now, I feel so sorry for you. Thanks to the Federal Reserve, mortgage rates have risen to very alarming levels, and this has scared millions of potential home buyers out of the market. Compared to 2 years ago, the average potential home buyer is facing mortgage payments that are close to $1,000 per month higher. I don't know about you, but I certainly would not want to pay $1,000 more each month for the exact same house. So most potential home buyers are staying out of the market until interest rates come down, and that could be a while because officials at the Fed do not plan to reduce rates for the foreseeable future. On Thursday, we learned that sales of pre-owned homes fell 3.3% last month. Overall, they have now dropped to the lowest level that we've seen during the month of June since 2009. Sales of pre-owned homes dropped 3.3% in June, compared with May, running at a seasonally adjusted annualized rate of 4.16 million units, according to the National Association of Realtors. Compared with June of last year, sales were 18.9% lower. That is the lowest sale pace for June since 2009. In June 2009, we were right in the middle of Housing Crash 1. Now Housing Crash 2 is here. Over the first 6 months of this year, only about 1% of all pre-existing homes in the U.S. changed hands. 1%. House sales have reached their lowest level in over a decade, with only 1% of properties changing hands in the first half of the year. Fresh analysis by real estate brokers Redfin shows that just 14 out of every 1,000 homes across the U.S. were sold in the last 6 months. If you're planning to purchase a home, it's going to cost you a lot more than it would have a few years ago. As I noted above, average home buyers are now facing potential mortgage payments that are extremely high thanks to soaring interest rates. An average home buyer is now facing mortgage payments nearly $1,000 a month more expensive than 2 years ago, as interest rates hover around a whopping 7% now. As a result, households report feeling locked into their current property due to their cheap deals. Last week, Daily Mail revealed that there has been a surge of accidental landlords, quote unquote, as owners are opting to rent out their homes rather than sell them. If you work in real estate, this is going to be a really tough time for you. I am not just talking about residential real estate, and as I keep warning my readers, we have entered the worst commercial real estate crisis in U.S. history, and prices are absolutely plummeting all over the nation. On Tuesday, we asked, is this the start of a commercial real estate fire sale in crime-ridden Baltimore City? And to our surprise, it appears so. Let's begin with our report on Tuesday when the Baltimore Sun revealed a 30-story office tower on 1 South Street in downtown Baltimore that was sold in June for $24 million at a 63.6% discount versus the tower's 2015 sale of $66 million. Can you imagine? This is already happening even though we have not even officially entered a recession yet. But a recession is certainly coming. For the very first time since 2007 and 2008, the Conference Board's index of leading economic indicators has fallen for 15 months in a row. The leading index has been in decline for 15 months, the longest streak of consecutive decreases since 2007-2008 during the run-up to the Great Recession. Taken together, June's data suggests economic activity will continue to decelerate in the months ahead. We forecast that the U.S. economy is likely to be in recession from QE 2023 to Q1 2024. Elevated prices, tighter monetary policy, harder to get credit, and reduced government spending are poised to dampen economic growth further, says Justina Zabinska-Lamonica, Senior Manager Business Cycle Indicators at the Conference Board. This is not good news at all. It's being reported that the overall rejection rate for credit applicants has just skyrocketed to its highest level since June 2018. The New York Fed reported that the overall rejection rate for credit applicants rose to its highest level since June 2018, standing at 21.8%, a jump from 17.3% in February. Researchers noted that the rise in the application rejection rate was broad-based across age groups and highest among those with credit scores below 680. Do you remember when I warned you that a credit crunch was coming? Well, it is now here, and it's going to get a lot worse. Credit conditions are tightening for businesses too, and we're starting to see default rates and bankruptcy spike. That's starting to happen already, with more than 120 big bankruptcies in the US alone already this year. Even so, less than 15% of nearly $600 billion of debt trading at distress levels globally have actually defaulted, the data shows. That means companies that owe more than $500 billion may be unable to repay it, or at least struggle to do so. This week, Moody's Investor Service said the default rate for speculative grade companies worldwide is expected to hit 5.1% next year, up from 3.8% in the 12 months ended in June. Under the most pessimistic scenario, it could jump as high as 13.7%, exceeding the level reached during 2008-2009 credit crash. And the trends are very clear. Everyone should be able to see what's coming. The short-term outlook is horrible, and the long-term outlook is even worse, but many Americans will just continue to believe the talking heads on television that are assuring them that everything will be just fine. For example, Jim Cramer of CNBC says that he is bullish on the economy in general and the entire human race, and when you consider his track record, you have to got to believe that very interesting times are just around the corner. This is by Michael Snyder. It says about the author, my name is Michael, and my brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, commissions earned. When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing. And one way that you can really help is by sending copies of gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I've also started a brand new Substack newsletter, and I encourage you to subscribe so that you won't miss any of my articles. I have published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News. And the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and readers should consult licensed professionals before they make any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media on Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. And this is by Michael Snyder on the Economic Collapse blog. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.